What up, guys? It's your boy Larson here, and I just wanted to talk about the whole Ludwig mango situation. So, as you guys probably know, the whole thing, it's all over YouTube. But if not, they're pretty much at a party, and this guy's boy got a little reckless. Nothing like too insane, but and then everyone's kind of making a big deal about it, blaming him. They're blaming the other dude. They're like, "Oh, hold your liquor," and they're blaming him. Should have been a good friend, and then pretty much. Uh, you know, my take is the only take. What the hell is that? Oh, and this is what I think. It's everyone's fault, right? If I'm like you know, if whatever's going on and I am getting too sauced, right? For example, which never happens, but say I'm getting too sauced and I start like groping chicks or whatever the fuck he was doing. I don't know what the hell he was doing. It's something like that. He was like touching him and shit, right? It's like it's almost the same thing, right? And if some dude pulled me over, he's like, "Yo, bro, fucking, you're getting kind of, you know what I mean? Chill out. You should chill." I'd be like, I'd probably be a dick and say "fuck you," but at least I would know, like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? I'm doing something wrong. No one even told him, so it's like you know what I mean? It's everyone else's fault just as much as his fault because like I've never been there where I got so sauced I'm just like touching random chicks, right? That's crazy. But not really. I mean, I'd fuck around, like pretend to punch him in the face and shit, and then they'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'd fuck you up," you know that? They'd be like, "What?" And then they'd like, we'd have fun like that. But that's yeah. But one time I was at a bar and me, this chick, and this dude were like having fun, fucking around, and I picked up this random dude's pool stick and I started like pretending to do kung fu with it. I didn't damage it or anything, but I was like swinging around, like I know what I'm doing, but I was just disrespecting this dude's like pool stick. And he like grabbed it from me, and he's like, "Yo, you can't do that shit. You ever touch another man's stick, you're lucky you don't get fucked up." And realistically, like, I'd beat the shit out of this guy. You know what I mean? I would fucking destroy him, right? Old man, like I'm obviously bigger than him. Don't underestimate, but like still, come on. Chances are I'd probably fuck him up. And but I didn't. I was like, yeah, he's right. Totally disrespectful. If someone did that to my shit, I'd probably just punch him right in the face and not even say anything. Depending on if they broke it or not, right? I'd be so tight and just justify it. So the fact that he didn't just like knock a beer bottle over my head. What if it was a really expensive pool stick, right? I don't fucking know. Even though I didn't damage it, and then I'd probably just press charges. But that's not the point. Point is, I took his shit and then I started fucking around. And then it was funny because after I apologized, I'm like, "No, you're right. I could have not done that and just done my fake karate thing and fucked around. I didn't need to grab your shit." He's like, "All right, appreciate you." And I'm like, "All right, I didn't break anything. Here you go." And then he's like, "You know how to play pool?" I'm like, "A little bit." He's like, "You want to learn how to really play? I'm professional." I'm like, "What?" So actually, bro, I was like kind of on a date with this chick, but she was like kind of retarded and whack and just fucking a stupid bitch. So I just ended up hanging out with this fucking guy who taught me pool like all night, bro. It was insane. Obviously, I was so drunk I don't remember like almost anything, but no homo shit. It was fucking sick, bro. It was so dope, actually. So yeah, moral of the story: don't be a douchebag, right? Or like be dick to a certain point, but do it where people are laughing with you and not like pissed off or laughing at you, right? And obviously, this dude had a shit take. And when you dug yourself in a hole that deep, it's hard to get out and be like, you know what, guys, I was wrong up until this whole point, and I should have just fucking had his back. I don't even know what the hell's going on. I think the fame got to me or something. But that's never gonna happen, right? I mean, I would never let my boy do that. Like, because I believe that, on the contrary to what people think, oh, you can't control people and you can't, people are going to do shit and you can't let that embarrass you. It's like, well, you brought this guy here. He's a reflection of your own judgment, right? So the fact that you wanted to embarrass someone and use him for views is one problem already because you literally didn't care if he had alcohol poisoning. And I think XQC made such a good point, bro, because he's like point oh, point 0.3, whatever he was blowing, uh, is high as fuck, right? If I don't drink, like even though I'm Russian, I could still drink, but I don't drink every day. So the tolerance is completely gone. So if I have like 3 beers back to back, I'm gonna be pretty fucking nice for a little bit, you know. If I had a point three something, I'd be in the hospital or like praying to God not to fucking kill me and just hyperventilating, making myself throw up so I don't die. And he's just standing there with a smile on his face, not throwing up or anything. So he drinks all the time. You know what I mean? If point zero 0.08 you're not supposed to drive, meaning studies show if you're around, if you have less than 0.1% alcohol blood content percentage, you can't operate this vehicle like you used to when you're sober. That's what they say. Now, some people say, "Oh, I'm better behind the wheel when I'm drunk." Well, no, you just don't really give a fuck, right? It's like take a Xanax and then fly in a plane. You don't give a fuck if the plane goes down. You're sleeping. So it's not like I'm over plane flying now. It's just you're medicated. So I don't think it's the same, especially when people get into accidents and they're drunk. They really don't react properly, and the other guy could be pinned, dying, and you're just trying to not fucking get arrested and hide your drugs still, you drunk bastard. So I think it's pretty stupid. You know, I think that's a stupid take. When I'm on a motorcycle, if I was on a motorcycle and I was, after drinking, obviously I would feel more confident in what I'm doing. It doesn't mean I can do it better. I could probably do it worse because I'm sloppy. You're fucking sloppy, bro. Plus, you can't do shit properly if you don't have enough practice. So it doesn't really matter how good you are at something. You can't wheelie for a mile unless you've practiced wheeling for 5 miles. So it's like you're leaving everything up to chance, and then you're just gonna get fucking blasted. But the point is, if he had proper communication with his friends, and if he knew how to control the situation, like Zerka or like any fucking actual man, right? No homo. I'm not blowing Zerka. He's a faggot still. But he'd be able to control the situation and realize that this is more embarrassing than it is fun at a certain point. Or if he knew the chicks were making a big deal out of it, nip it in the bud there before it got into a bigger problem. Just be like, he's just fucking around, relax. You're not going to get fucking raped or anything. You calm the fuck down, you know what I mean? Or if that wasn't the case and it was complete opposite, it's your responsibility to make everyone safe. Isn't this your house? Isn't this your party? You're the host, bro. That's like a security guard, right? Asking you if you're okay after you got shot. It's like, bro, where the fuck were you before this even happened? Like, you're supposed to make sure everyone is safe and happy and having a good time. And if that's not the case, you gotta nip that in the bud. Be like, hey, bro, you know what I mean? And be like, hey, chicks, fucking just take a shot and chill the fuck out. Even though he doesn't even drink anymore. Yeah, that's my take. Could have sorted it. You just want to be a dick now, and you're like a fake Italian too, because wearing the wife beater and this. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, my name is what's his name again? My name is Ludwig. Tony Ludwigs. I don't know. I do know. I just said exactly what it is, and so that's it. I don't know about bye. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and this is not that big of a deal. How about all our presidents that just continue to fucking wage war on the Middle East on both sides? And we just have to watch all these innocent people getting. There's worse things in life, bro. What about the government in California paying people to be homeless? Like, there's fucking retarded shit going on. We shouldn't be focusing on any of this. We should be fucking getting rid of government and FDA, the EPA, the HHS, asking them and suing them why they put all these poisons in our food, making all of you kids autistic and retarded and homosexual and trans. That's what we should be focusing on, not this. But that's my take. My take's always the best take. And if you took anything from this vid, which I know you did, hit that like, hit that subscribe. My donation links are hopefully in my YouTube. If not, they're definitely on my Kick or Twitch. I should probably put those in my YouTube if I didn't already. And yeah, that is a good take. Also, no dick riding. XQC is funny. He's funny to watch. Alright. Later.